My name is James Williams Jr. and this is Comfort Fabric number 2. I said I was going to make a video about this, so I'm going to make a video about this because it needs to be made. Alright? First and foremost, don't take this shit the wrong way. Also, there will be strong vocal content, and this will also address racism in acting. Alright? So I'm gonna make this video now, and I want you guys to understand that I'm not doing this to make a racial statement. I'm doing this to make a statement, and the statement of fact. Alright? So you're probably not gonna like what I have to say, and if you don't like what I have to say, that video button over there will make you exit out of here. So you should probably do that. So let us begin. In my last video, I addressed racism. And I told you guys that I would address this, so I'm going to address this now. There are not a lot of roles for mixed people in Hollywood, in TV at all. That being said, because I am mixed, I have never been accepted at any casting calls that have ever come through Virginia. Any of them. Because I'm not what they're looking for. Because there's no one like me writing movies about people like me in Hollywood. And I've made a video like this before. So I'm going to make this video, and it's going to be a little longer than 5 fucking minutes. Alright? I'm going to address Jason Momoa and Rock, Dwayne Johnson. You know, because they're getting good roles, but they're people who are making the movies, they're really only getting them because they're big name actors who sell great movies. And that's pretty much all I have to say on that. You know, The Rock is a good guy. He's a big built black guy who's half Samoan. He sells records. I mean, not records. He sells movies. So he makes great movies, and he sells great movies. He's a big budget star now. You know, period. There's no little independent films that are gonna be like, yeah, let's get The Rock in there because we can't afford him, and they're not gonna be like, well, we're gonna make this movie and we're gonna hire The Rock. We're not gonna hire some no-name guy named James Williams Jr. for that part. You know, I don't know if I'm a good actor or not. I will never know because no one's ever going to give me a shot, which is why I make my movies, because no one's going to give me a shot. There are no mixed people in Hollywood writing stories about people who are mixed who live in both worlds. I live in both worlds. Alright? I haven't gone to a reservation, but while I was a kid and my great-grandmother was alive, she gave me Native American stories. She told me how the separate but equal really was a fuckover for Native Americans in general because their schools didn't even really have books, you know. So, and they also didn't get to ride the black bus or the white bus, alright? So, I have her knowledge from my Native American side, which made me want to explore more of my Native American side. As for my black side, I grew up in the fucking projects. That's all the knowledge you need. When you're black and you grew up in the ghetto, a ghetto is a ghetto. No matter where the fuck you are in the world, a ghetto is a ghetto. So you're either going to live in fear, or you're going to live in respect, or you're going to live in that prospect of, I don't want to fuck you up, but I will to keep you from fucking me up. Every casting call that has come through Virginia since 2000, and even before that, I've been to them. Every fucking one of them. And every fucking one of them have told me the same fucking line of bullshit until the last one I went to in like 2008 or 9. It was before my relationship life went to hell. So it had to be between 2007 and 8, possibly 7, 8, or 9. So my very first movie I made in the year 2000. It was called Fallen Dragons. Thank you to everyone who was in that. I have to find a copy to post it and figure out how to get the stupid computer to work to do that. It is not a great movie, but it had great people in it. I couldn't get the 14 people that I needed. I couldn't get the 7 good guys or 7 bad guys. So why did I bring that up? Because I picked people that wanted to be in this film. I had 2 Asian girls, the Bowie sisters. I had 3 Asian dudes. I can't remember all their names. Phil, Adrian, and God damn it, the guy that was beating my ass. And then I had 1 African guy, Lewis. I can't pronounce his last name. He literally is African. And then I had my partner, Bruce Johnson. And then there was Josh and myself. Alright? So my partner, my movie partner, let's get that straight. Because that was like before the love of my life came into my life and went out of my life within the 2-year span. So we made this movie, and it's when I also got kidney stones. So also, we made this movie. I sent it to the studio. They didn't like it. I also sent it to Sundance. They didn't like it. Then I got hemmed up as a Charlottesville rapist. But that's a little bit off track. So let's get back on track with the no making movies for multicultural people. All right, so I started writing scripts and things about people who are mixed and Asian films and stuff like that because we don't exist. Apparently, we're here, but we don't exist, and we don't exist in the movie world. So, they just started doing it in the soap operas where there are more mixed storylines because Days of Our Lives did it. So, thank you Days of Our Lives for that. But the thing with that is, with being said, there aren't a lot of roles for multicultural people. There are absolutely, positively, barely any stories that represent us. And the one actor that is getting them is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Alright? He's getting the good roles and everything. But his roles aren't representing people of multiculturalness. They don't have, except for when he did Walking Tall, where he had a black daddy and a white mom. Which is not exactly what he is, but okay, hey, whatever works, man. As long as it's representing us, people of mixed ethnicity, But the thing with that is, every casting call I've gone to, here's the bullshit I get. Well, Mr. Williams, you're a little too short to be a model. Okay, you're a lot short to be a model. No models 5'3" in America. At least not men models. And you're not a bad-looking guy. But we have a specific look we're looking for. And you're not it. Next one I go to, hey, Mr. Williams, you're not a bad-looking guy. But we're not really looking for actors. We're looking for comedians and singers. Can you sing? Yeah, if you want your ears to bleed. Yeah, we're not looking for that. Yeah, see, so no go. Go to a couple of more. Same thing. And before that, before I even had the acting bug, I was talking to a producer at a casting call for not Toy Soldiers, but the Major Payne movie that was filmed in Crozet at Miller School, and they made me shave all my hair off, and then they didn't give me the role after that. That hurt my feelings a lot. So my hair is not an option; it's staying. But then I finally got to the one at the Army, and here's where shit went to hell. It went to hell in a good way. Don't get me wrong. It went to hell in a good way because it gave me knowledge that I didn't have. That, every time I had these casting calls, I stopped going. And it's like, well, here's what happens. When you go to these casting calls, they say come as you are. All ages applied. All genders, boys, girls, transgender, whatever. Just come there. We're looking for unique individuals. And by unique individuals, they have a list in the back. They have this very unique, extended, and exclusive list of what they're looking for. So if they're looking for a Native American black guy who's goth, well, I got the Native American and the black guy part down, but I don't dress goth. I don't have black boots. I don't have black anything, really. I have a pair of black cargo pants and a black fleece. This is about as far from goth as you can get. And I don't wear makeup. Now, do men even wear makeup? Apparently goth guys do. And girls. Or emo. I don't know what the fuck the difference between emo and goth. I think it's the same thing. I'm 44, so give me a break. But they have a list and what they're looking for. I went to the casting call for Evan Almighty. And one of the people there was a casting agent, was actually Native American. And she said, well, look, we're not really looking for your kind here. And I'm like, my kind? What do you mean, my kind? Well, your kind and my kind were like the same. And I'm like, ma'am, I don't know if you know what she's talking about. She's like, you're Cherokee, right? We're part Indian. I was like, I am part Cherokee, but I'm also black. Yeah, you don't look black. So we're not really looking for your kind. So you probably don't want to stay in the line. I didn't listen to her. I should have. She also told me that they were looking for Native Americans in like the conquest of because it was the same time when the Conquest movie was coming out with Colin Farrell. He was playing John Smith, and then the chick that was playing Pocahontas. And only thing is, I didn't have a means to get to North Carolina. You know, it's just like if you come to North Carolina, you might actually be able to get the role of this. Well, I didn't have the means to get to North Carolina. I didn't have a car at the time. The casting call for the Evan Almighty was at the Jefferson School, which is in walking distance from my house. Luckily, I got a ride with my boy Bruce and his wife, and she was Spanish from Spain, not Mexican Spanish. So none of us got the roles, you know, but it was worth a shot. So we can go all the way back up into 2006, 7, 8, 9, whenever the hell it was that the last casting call I went to was. I learned about this list because I always wondered why everybody would get those damn SpongeBob cards except for me. You know, you couldn't like really get out there and do a talent demo of what you got, because once they see you to take your picture, they send you back down, and if they pass you a card, they want you to stay. I never got a card, ever. So when I got to the one at the Omni, the guy looked at me, he said, "Look, dude, you're not a bad looking dude. I'm not gay, but you know, you're not a bad looking dude. So here's how this works. We have a list of what we're looking for. I'm not supposed to tell you guys this, but we have a list, and I see that you're on fire and that you want to do this for the rest of your life. The problem is that you're not what we're looking for." I said, "But what if I'm a good actor?" He said, "It doesn't matter. We're not really looking for good actors because we can mold you into being a great actor. The problem is, when I came here, I have this list in the back. He didn't show me the list, but he explained to me that the list has, we're looking for a male who is at least 6 feet tall. We don't care if he's black or white, but he has to have dreadlocks. You don't have that, and you're not 6 feet tall. We don't care how old he is, but that's what we're looking for." Then he said, "We're looking for an Asian chick who has braids." I said, "So let me get this right. All I had to do was be an Asian chick with braids?" He said, "Yeah, we didn't care if you were tall or short. You just had to be an Asian chick with braids and possibly purple or black hair." I'm like, right. So whatever they were making, there was going to be one strange ass movie. But, you know, then there's like, "We're looking for an old dude." I was like, "Well, hell, I'm almost 40. It's like, "Yeah, we're not looking for a guy who's almost 40. We're looking for a guy who's like 50, 60, 70 years old. We're also looking for someone who's not black." I said, "Well, I'm only half black." "Yeah, but see, we need a person to be an entire one or the other ethnicity. And we have these lists in the back, and you guys don't know about this, but since you want to do this, I'm going to go ahead and give you a piece of advice. Try getting into theater work." My brakes slammed on stop right there. I said, "Dude, I make independent films. I'm no way in hell good enough to be in theater." He said, "How do you know?" I said, "Let me explain something to you, since you're explaining to me about this list, because you are the guys that give us the jobs. To be a theater actor, it would help for you to know Shakespeare like this and this, like both sides of your hand. The only character in Shakespeare that's color is Othello, and he dies. I don't know Othello. And in Julius Caesar, there's no black people. In Romeo and Juliet, there's no black people. All those people are white. Because I don't know when the hell he came up with Othello unless he met a Moor way back in those days. And Moors traveled, they were African, but they looked like they could pass for white people. So they were more or less mulatto. And they traveled through, they had hair like mine, only it was probably a little bit straighter. And you know, so they got through. And apparently they had money. They were like Egyptian royalty or whatever. And so he straight told me, you know, if you're not on this list, we just put the casting call out and hope that we get lucky. And it's state to state, no matter where we go, city to city, we have that one list of people and who we're looking for. So if you can't get an agent and you go to these casting calls, you're just chopping at the bit and praying a lot. Learning that brought me to where I am now. So here's my thing with the racism in Hollywood. I'm about to point that out to you. I'm about to piss y'all off because I'm a big time Hawaii Five-0 fan. I'm kind of mad that Grace Park left the show. and that Daniel Day Kim left the show. Now they did have an actual Hawaiian. He's there. I don't know what happened to the doctor with glasses who used to be on Heroes, but he apparently also left the show. And the cast has a Latin lady, Pacific Islander dude, and they still have Big Jerry. They still have Chi McBride. They still have Danny and the main guy, McGarrett. Now, this is nothing against any of them, because I like them. I'm never going to be on the show. Let's just go and keep that shit real. I'm never going to be on the show. And if I'm on the show, they'll probably give me like one line, and that's fine, because I'll be happy just to be on the show. But, you know, a lot of TV shows have not been polite to Asians, right? And I'm one of these guys. I don't care if I'm on a show. It's in my contract that I'm going to be on the show until the very fucking end. Because I'm not dumb, alright? If I'm on that show to the end, I have a good chance of actually surviving when my career flops. Where if you get too big for your britches and decide, okay, well, they're not paying me enough, I'm walking away. Fuck that. I'm there to the end, buddy, because I'm poor. I've grown up poor, and you don't take your golden ticket and throw it in the fire. Alright, so let's like, alright, hey James, we're going to give you a job on Hawaii Five-0. You're going to play this guy. You're going to have 6 episodes. And if the people like you, it'll be a reoccurring event. Cool. Oh yeah, you're the bad guy. Fuck it, let's do it. You know, because I'm going to make sure that I do my best at being the bad guy so that people want me to be on that show. You feel me? That way I'm not going to be like, well, we're only going to offer you this much money. I said, is that enough for me to get a house? Yes, it is. Is that enough for me to cover my taxes so that I don't wind up like Red Fox and other celebrities who lose their money for not covering their taxes? Yes, it is. Then I'm in. Balls to the wall, I'm in. Now, that being said, on a side note, a lot of Asians have died off that show, or have left that show, or have been shot on that show and have been fucked up. You know, I don't want that to be my character. I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show for more than 4 or 5 episodes and be done. You know, fuck that. You know, I want to be on the show. Look, I might only be in 4 or 5 episodes, but at least expand it out. You know, it's like, all right, so you're going to be a guest role. You're going to play this guy. All right, cool. What do I do? And we need a doctor on set because I had a hip replacement, and I like not to get fucked up on set because the Army's not going to fix it. So, you know, all right, well, this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to play it. This is your one line. Try not to forget it at the end. Okay, here's the thing about acting and why there aren't that many people who are mixed in acting. Because there aren't that many people who are mixed writing the scripts. And as long as we don't have people who are mixed writing the scripts, you're not going to see people like me on screen. Now, you're going to see people like Jason Momoa, and you're going to see people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because even though they are mixed, they're big-name celebrities. All right? A lot of people don't know what Jason Momoa's first show is. I, unfortunately, can't remember it, because I remember him in Game of Thrones, and I remember him in the other shit he did, where he was a biker and a renegade, or whatever the hell it was, and not to be mistaken with the renegade Lorenzo Lamas. All right? So that being said, you know, he has had some other shows, and he did this movie called Wolves. Make sure you guys know which one it is. Is where he was like the alpha male werewolf and shit like that. And then he done Aquaman. He's supposed to be getting an Aquaman standalone movie. I don't know if that's still in the works, and I don't care because I just wish him the best. Now let's go with Rock. We all know Rock from WWE, but we also know Rock from doing all of his movies in which he's done a fairly decent damn good. My favorite Rock movie, and it's mostly because Kelly Hu's in it, is freaking The Scorpion King. Now, Michael Coupon, I think I'm saying his name right, the Power Ranger, he did the other 2 Scorpion King movies where he plays Mufayas as a younger guy. You know? And yeah, I probably could have filled in that role too had I gotten a chance. But you know, making films really is basically products of chance. You know, you got a special look that someone's going to see and they like it and they're like, okay, well, we can teach you how to act. All I'm waiting for is my door to be open and for someone to teach me how to be a better actor. You know, because I don't know if I'm good. I'm good enough for my stuff because I know what I wrote. I know what I want to put across screen. I know the story that I want to tell because I wrote the damn thing. But when it comes to doing other people's stuff, I've had one close acting call job. Unfortunately, that went to hell after they made me learn Rey Mysterio 619 for like a month, and then I bumped into the guy on the street saying, okay, so when are we going to film? Oh, production's been canceled because this guy and the guy that I spoke to couldn't get along because of his girlfriend. So, yeah, that went to hell in a handbasket. That might have been the one movie I needed to open the door. So then I made more movies for myself, and then the shit got stolen. So you see, I had a really bad stroke of bad luck. But it doesn't make a difference because if no one in Hollywood is writing scripts for people who are mixed aren't going to be getting jobs. And I want to work. I want to be a Hollywood actor, but I really just want to do TV. I don't really want to do all the movies and stuff. And if that happens and I get lucky and get blessed and people want to see me in movies, hey, I'm down with that. But I live in reality. And if they're not casting me because of my ethnicity, then I'm totally fucked. You know? So I'm going to end this video with this. To everyone out there who's writing stories and stuff. Why not make movies for people who are mixed? Why are there no mixed stars outside of The Rock and Jason Momoa that's getting all the roles? We're here. We exist. Write stories about us. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. Sorry for taking 22 minutes of your life, but it needed to be said. I'll make more videos either before I go to work or after I get done doing whatever I need to do. Thank you guys.